PTSD is not a get-out-of-jail-free card. And yet we've been talking a lot about it this week because it could decide life or death for Jodi Arias. But for just a minute, I want to talk about a different trial. One that happened many years ago, not in Arizona, but here in Georgia. A woman shot her abusive husband, paralyzed him. But she says she does not remember doing it. An expert later testifying at trial that she actually suffered from PTSD. Well, we spoke with this woman. We kept her identity protected, and she talked about the day her family's life changed forever and the day she lost her memory.
On January 10th, 1993, it was a Sunday, and me and my daughter, who's 2-year-old, have attended church, and we arrived home. I began to change clothes, you know, because I'm getting ready to do housework, and then I began to cut out the Sunday coupons or whatever, the newspaper, and that's when my ex-husband come in and said, "No, you're not cutting out no coupons today." And he initially attacked me, pulled me off the bed, dragged me all the way in the kitchen, stomping me. I already have rug marks all over me, so I'm trying to cover my face. He just kept taking his finger, pointing it at me, hitting my head against the wall. At this time, my daughter was in the sunroom, but he was in there also. And that's when I noticed he has the gun. For some reason, his knee hit the coffee table, and I retrieved the gun. And at that time, I fired the gun, like holding it back down because it was so heavy. And when it, I guess, went off or whatever, it must have hit him in the foot. So loud, and I never have fired a gun or anything. All I remember just running to the neighbor house screaming. And I was just saying, "I shot my husband, I shot my husband." I just barged in on their teenager daughter. I just kept saying, "He's gonna get Sarah, he's gonna get Sarah." That's all I can remember. They said I ran back and fired the gun again. It was a .357 Magnum gun, but I later learned it was some kind of hollow point bullets. It messed up his spine. It was a very dangerous bullet, but I honestly do not remember that. It was a terrible, scary feeling. I kept saying that I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't remember. Can I really realize that I actually, me of all person, ran back in a house and did this to another human being? And even with my family, it was like a disappointment for me. You know, whispering through the house, even though they was concerned, it was like a humiliating feeling. You know, like I'm the bad person. If you've been traumatized so much, it can actually go from your mind. It's hard to describe, but if you've been traumatized so much and you just want the best, you just want to make everything so better, it just suppresses in your mind that you can't remember. You actually cannot remember.
Now, her husband is paralyzed for life from the neck down. At trial, the woman took the stand in her own defense, and an expert testified that the defendant did not remember the shooting because she suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. The jury in that case set her free.